Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about a concept that keeps popping back up. And it is such an American concept. But it only applies in a very narrow scope, right? I had somebody tweet at me, and I know this conversation is going on in a whole bunch of different places. But I had somebody tweet at me that, the NVGs that were left behind in Afghanistan, well, they're a huge deal because now the opposition owns the night. Owns the night. That's wild to me. That is wild to me. This is an M39. Okay? It's a medic's bag. This is basically an urgent care facility in a bag. This one has had the stuff to deliver a baby and some other stuff added to it. If I give you this, do you know how to use it? I mean, sure, you could probably apply the ace bandage in it or, the Band-Aids, the smaller stuff. But do you know how to use this to its best effect? I'm going to guess you don't. Not most people. You may be able to pull a scalpel out of a surgery kit and make an incision. But can you actually complete a surgery simply because you have the equipment? No, of course not. That's silly. I have an electrician's bag, and inside it's everything you need to pull power from the pole and wire a house. If I give you the bag, would you be willing to do it and sleep in that house with the power on? Probably not, right? But when it comes to the profession of arms, for some reason, Americans go all John Wayne. The gun makes the man. If you have the equipment, well, suddenly you're capable of doing stuff. I don't know what people are picturing here. Do they think the opposition is now going to be seizing airfields in the middle of the night without an audible shot? That doesn't even make sense. If it did, if this concept was true and you could just hand people the equipment and then they're as good as our elite units, well, then we could increase U.S. military might exponentially simply by giving every soldier the same equipment the SEALs have. And when you say it like that, I mean, all of a sudden you realize how silly it is because it's the training. It's learning how to use the tools, not having them. The reason those people, those special teams, those high-speed teams, the reason they're special is because if need be, they can accomplish the mission without all that stuff because they're that well trained. It's not the tools. Owning NVGs, owning night vision does not mean that you own the night. That's not how it works. This concept is wrong. The gun doesn't make the man. The tools don't necessarily mean you know how to use it. Spending a whole bunch of money with Black Hawk or Condor doesn't actually make you an operator. That's not how it works, not how any of this works. The problem is this idea is now so ingrained in American culture that it's influencing foreign policy decisions. That's an issue. And it's influencing rhetoric at home. There's a whole bunch of people who use very revolutionary rhetoric that I'm fairly certain are not really aware of what they're asking for. The militarization of the United States, the habit of conflating masculinity with violence. This needs to stop. It's getting out of hand, and it's funny, it's coming from a silly tweet over NVGs. But this shows how deeply this is entrenched. It's not how it works. It's the training. It's the knowledge. I do not foresee opposition forces, de facto government forces, in Afghanistan suddenly running and gunning at night It's pretty unlikely. Those who use that stuff, basically you're going to have some field commanders that now have night vision equipment they use as binoculars. That's how it's going to be employed. Just like somebody with a scalpel can make an incision, but not really know how to use that scalpel to its fullest potential. This isn't a game changer. And presenting it as if it is reinforces that idea that the tools make you capable of doing this, that the gun makes the man. It doesn't, and it never has. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.